Hey everyone, we're back for part 3 of the masking tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be working on masking over top of rivets and raised edges, hinges, the weather strip flange around that door window. This is a little bit more complicated. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of problems with this. It's not hard to do. It's just certain things you got to look for and take into consideration when you're trying to do this. This is one of the areas right here that, yes, you can do it with a spray can. The results are going to be kind of hit or miss. I do everything with an airbrush, so I highly recommend getting an airbrush, learning how to use it, and it'll make your two-tones come out a lot better, a lot cleaner. Like I say, I'm not, kicking cans out of the equation altogether. It can be done. Like I said in the other video, it's a lot harder process to do it with a can. But if you have to do it with a can, there's a whole nother line of procedures to do that. I'm not going to touch on that right now. We're basically working on just the masking part of it. So anyway, we're using a 377 Peterbilt just cab side here. It's the kit plastic, it hasn't been painted. So we're going to take and we want to mask off a line on this. We're going to use the 1/4 inch wide Tamiya masking tape, and I'll run this at a little bit of an angle just to do something a little bit different here. Now what I do is I just get this started basically in the angle that we want, wherever you want your stripe to be. And I take just a regular toothpick and come in and smooth my tape down. And like I say, this one has rivets and stuff in it, which it's a little bit more complicated. It takes a little bit more time to do this, but take your time, work with it. When you get your raised areas like this, when you're burnishing the tape down, go ahead and lift that tape up. And then that way, when you use your burnishing tool or your toothpick or whatever you're using to flatten this tape down, the tape will conform to the areas you want it to conform to. This is just a matter of, just working the tape where you want it to go. We'll run this along the back of the cab here and fold it around. Now this would be a process. I've seen people on the forums and stuff that try to put these cabs together, or they actually try to paint this cab just like this and paint each individual piece. Totally wrong procedure for doing that. You must put the cab together first to have a quality model when you're done. I can't really see how anybody can put one of these cabs together after it's already been painted. There's just no way to do it properly. So same thing up front here when we get to this little door window here. We're just going to fold this down. Now, this line here is not as critical. The only line that you're really worried about a lot is right against the side of this window, because this would actually be black or chrome or whatever, because that is a weather stripping flange. So we're just going to kind of scoot right over the top of that and then worry about burnishing down on this edge over here. So our two edges we worried about is this edge and this edge. We're not worried about what's in here because that's getting painted later anyway. So black or chrome or whatever. So we're almost done here. We're up to the hinges now, and I just ran over top of a rivet there. And it's just a matter of taking your time and getting your tape to lay down where you need it to. And we'll turn this around. This is something a lot of you guys I see that you do not do, and this is something that shows attention to detail. There's a step right here where it returns, where the hood actually sits against this, you want to burnish this down into that too. I run my stripes into all my jams. If I open up the doors, the stripes goes inside of the jams. It just creates a better looking finished product. And I've got 2 rivets right here that the tape actually split them about half and half. Just kind of work that down there and make sure that it smooths down and lays down pretty flat on that. So we're pretty good to go with that. I'll hold it up here where you can see it. There's our masking tape. There's the 2 rivets right there that we went over top of. And you can see that the edge of that's down real nice. This is an optical illusion right here at this hinge. It looks like a gap, but it's actually not. So with that, then we'll go to our wider tape. This would be where you would start masking off the rest of your cab. So we're just going to put 1 piece on here for now, just to keep the overspray off the upper part. But you would mask all of this off, and all the top of your cab and everything would be masked off. All right, and then I'm going to move on to spraying this. And like I say, burnish down the edge of where this tape overlaps the piece that's already down there, so you don't get no overspray underneath the edge of it. So we're going to use the same Tamiya white that we used on the stripe we put on the Porsche. And same procedure. We're going to come in parallel with the masking tape and spray our first coat down. Now, I'm not going to spray all this fender and everything. I'm just going to spray this main part right here against the stripe, or against the edge of our two-tone. Just keep the video as short as we can. I'm not gonna try to get full coverage on this. I'm gonna get it covered well up against the edge of the tape. But I'm not gonna try to get this all totally colored in white, because that's not what we're trying to explain here. So, okay, we've got that sprayed down pretty good. Now we just do the same procedure we did in the first, or in the second video there. Start removing the masking. Now, what I like to do is remove all of the excess masking before I pull the tape that's against the our color split here. I pull all the other paper off, masking tape off, everything off of that. And then the last thing that I do is go back in and pull off the tape that created our edge. Same procedure we did before. Grab a hold of the tape, pull it back on top itself and away from the stripe. Just like that. And I'll hold this up here where you can get a good view of it. As you can see, I did not do anything to it other than pull the tape off of this. We'll hold it up here so you can get a good vision of it. That is a pretty clean line, figuring we're going over dark blue, and that is white underneath of that. And like I say, I did not seal the edges of the tape. I did not do any of the false information that's been discussed on these forums. I've heard of some very strange ways to do this, and the funny thing is the people that are explaining these strange ways to do it can't even produce a clean two-tone paint job to begin with. So I'm not sure, you know, why people would want to listen to somebody that can't even do what they're trying to accomplish. But as you can see, there's nothing hard about this. That's Tamiya masking tape, and it's burnished down with a toothpick, and it's sprayed with an airbrush, and that's all there is to it. And even in the grooves at the door edge there, there is no, if I can get this camera to focus, there we go. There is a very, very slight hint of some white coming up through there. But other than that, now there on those rivets, you can see where I actually split the rivet. No overspray up underneath of it, no bleed under. So these guys that are telling you you have to spray down a clear coat, or you have to spray down a different color of paint, or you do this or you do that, that's just false information. I'm sorry. If somebody wants to take that as an arrogant comment, then so be it. But I did this right here in front of you, and it shows you just how easy this is to do, with a little bit of practice and a little bit of patience, and the right materials, and you can create an edge like this. So that's going to wrap it up for this tutorial. I'm going to work on another one, which will actually be using this cab side right here. We're going to add a stripe between the blue and the white. I'm going to show you how to do that, and that'll be coming up here in the near future. So I thank you for watching this one, and we'll talk to you later.